Welcome back. This is Sports Tonight. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV, Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. The Nigeria Professional Football League giving us reasons to talk sports. That's the table right there. Updated table after March Day 16. The team we're waiting for now is Lobby Stars versus Aqua United. But after today's games, that's what it is right there. MFM says Plateau, give us our leadership back. So maybe on Saturday or Sunday again, Plateau say, give it back to me. So it's a back and forth thing between MFM and Plateau United. But guys, it's same old same guys. But somebody made an important leap. That's Kano Pillars are not third.
Kano Pillars, and they were very disappointed, obviously, to draw that game against Nasarawa United. Remember, Kano Pillars had a 12-year unbeaten run that time.
Yep.
And this Nasarawa United have been a real scourge to Kano Pillars. So every time they come to town, they always come with a surprise factor. And it was a good game of football. And I'm sure Thomas Zenke scored over the weekend for Nasarawa, getting an important equalizer again against Kano Pillars. Very surprising that the way this league pans out. One defeat and you could slide down the table. One win and you could go up the table. So it's very interesting how things are panning out.
Because if you look from Abia Warriors from 6th to about 7th, 22 points. Yeah. So just 1 point. You push three persons down, three teams down. So it's getting really interesting. It is tight. MFM now on top of the table with 30 points. Plateau United second with 29. El Kanemi with 27. They are third. Kano Pillars made an important, leap. They drew at home. You said it, they will be gutted with themselves. That if we had done well, we would have been on 26 points. And they start thinking of, getting back that crown that they were, dominant with before. So let's go to Rivers United. Now, Rivers United, that's another team. They were so admirable last season. We were saying, God, what happened? After the ultimatum, Rivers United, under the leadership of Coach Stanley Guma, they came to Lagos. I'm talking about last season, defeated Ikorodu United, and their season took a massive turnaround. They fought for the league title till the end of the season. Final game of the season was when Enugu Rangers won this season. In fact, before the season started, guys, Rivers United had arguably one of the best training,
well-funded,
prepared properly. State government says, look, whatever you want, take. They traveled to Madrid. They were here and there. Season has started. They are 19th on the table. And today, an important game, they played goalless. But the story in your bong, I'll get you talking, because I want to understand. Coach Stanley Guma, I talked to him on phone. Coach Stanley Guma says, I don't know what you're talking about. Are you really sure I'm suspended? I don't know what you're talking about because it's not communicated. But I'm sure you'll be saying, Rivers United, how could they have let this 3 points that they could get easily just go away?
Against Plateau United, who this season have proven that they can travel well. I'm sure that Stanley Guma and his boys would have expected a very difficult game because Elisha Gobe, solid defender, very, very solid, and has measured it with, I think, a couple of goals for this season for Plateau United from defense. And they defend in numbers. They defend very, very stoutly. And Plateau, the problem with Rivers United this season is the fact that they can't just get their players to score goals. Guy Kumian and Esosa Ibinoba in the middle of the park, Bernardo Voke in attack. They can't just score goals. You look at the Rivers, they haven't gotten into double figures this season. They were scoring incidentally in the Champions League, and they scored 3. They have not scored up to 10 goals this season in the league, and they played more than 10 matches. And it tells you that is relegation form.
You don't do that, particularly when you fought for the league title. But the update coming from Rivers United is that technical manager of the team, Stanley Guma, has been given 1 match suspension. According to the release from Rivers United, they said Guma was suspended for reporting 18 minutes after kickoff to the venue in that game against Plateau United. Following this development, not from me, statement from Rivers United, Guma will not be part of United team for this weekend's NPFL game against Gombe United in Gombe. And Joseph, when I read this press release, I said more confusion for Rivers United.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. How can a coach turn up 18 minutes into the game?
And you're not Jose Mourinho.
Even if you are Jose Mourinho, I mean, quite frankly, the Rivers State government deserves to get more than they are getting. From with the resources they've plugged into this team, they shouldn't be struggling the way they are.
But we need to hear from Stanley Guma to understand why he got to the stadium at that time. But no excuses, because with this sort of pressure, with where you are on the table, I mean, I will sleep close to the stadium.
You should be in the
Even
stadium.
for any reason, if for any reason he's unable to make it, I mean, I want to believe that he has superiors, people who have oversight function over him. He could easily have caught them. That look, you know, my child is sick. You know, let's just speaking hypothetically now.
Yeah.
You know, I cannot make it because call your superiors and tell them so that they will be in the know and they wouldn't just. But because when they looked at the stand, he wasn't there. They look at the boys; they were more or less lonely. I asked where he was. Nobody could give a clear. You know, they had to act. They had to definitely act.
I hear that works. Luck deserts you when you're stuck in at the wrong end of the table, and everything that should go bad went back today against Plateau United. And if the coach is turning up for a very key fixture 18 minutes after the game has started, then you know that you're in for a not too nice day. And I think that Rivers United need to get their acts together. They bought well, and you talked about their preseason. It was well documented, excellently documented. They brought in players. Esusai Binoba came in from Nasarawa United, Zuba and Nazemba. They've got some of the best players in the land.
And they didn't lose the pack that did magic last season.
So it's just quite surprising. Last season, Stanley Eguma was threatened. At the start of the season, he was given an ultimatum. The ultimatum turned around Rivers United season. This season, maybe he needs another ultimatum.
No,
you already have
This one is very straightforward. Suspended for the next game. But I've called it more confusion for Rivers United because at this point, they need 100% focus. You need the coach to sit down. I think what Rivers United need is a top-class psychologist. Now sit down with the team, talk to the team, psych up the morale of the guys. Well, that's it. Updates coming from the Nigeria Professional Football League. Before we leave this segment, let's talk about the Nigeria Women's Football League. We love it that the league has finally commenced. So big ups to the management, Aisha Falade, Nkechi Obi, and the team. Well done. We love women's football and want to see it develop to the next level. Before this game, you know the one that has played on Monday, Sunshine Queens defeating Ibom Angels 2-1. Today we saw some action. Pelican Stars back to winning ways, defeated Sadatu Amazons. Abia Angels and FC Robo played 1-1. You know, FC Robo actually dominant women's football. Assistant Shola, let's keep talking about it. Came out of FC Robo, the team in Lagos. Nasarawa Amazons defeated Oshun Babes. Before that game, Oshun Babes, they were talking tough. We liked it. They said they were going to, you know, give their best. But with Nasarawa, we know they play well. Delta Queens and Confluence Queens played goalless. Adamawa Queens and Edo Queens goalless. Good one for the league. No walkovers. Everyone turned up, played good football. Yesterday, I said to the guys in Yobong that this will do nothing but develop women's football in Nigeria. I'm sure you agree.
I absolutely agree because if our league is stable, if we were putting out a good league, a very competitive league, that's how the US, that's why how the Chinese, the Norwegians, the Swedish people, the French people have top-class leagues. And that's why they go to international meets and they're almost like they taking the attention of everyone. But we've got talent. We keep talking about the fact that we are we're creating so much talent in this country, but giving them the exposure, giving them the platform to be able to strut their stuff is very important. So these girls will be very excited. I'm sure the Nigerian football, the Nigerian female football will develop and get a notch higher.
So that's it. Updates from the Nigeria Women's Football League. Our results there for you. We'll continue to monitor it and we hope that it keeps getting better and better. Abridged version, it's better. Abridged, let's see if we can sustain it. Take it one step at a time.
The production line going. More importantly.
That's right. That's right. Very, very important. So